Imagine, if you will, in the world of Ashentale, on the continent of Shill, in the lands to the south, there lies a beacon of righteousness. Its brilliance illuminates even the darkest hours, ceaselessly combating corruption and greed. However, deep beneath the earth, an insidious malevolence stirs, drawing the unwavering gaze of fate itself. It slumbers, biding its time until it emerges from the depths with a voracious hunger for light. Yet amidst this impending darkness, the gods of Ashentale remain vigilant, strategically maneuvering their pieces on the cosmic chessboard.
Welcome back to Original GM. I'm Hupahu, once again joined with Cikala, Wachi, and Hawk. Welcome back, Wachi! For those of you that have been listeners and watchers and people that might personally know her and so on and so forth, she had a couple surgeries, so she's back and we're glad that she's healthy and well.
Thank you. We did want to mention that this is like way ahead too.
Yes.
Like when they're seeing this is, we filmed this weeks before.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's April 19th right now.
Yeah.
So if that gives you any idea of where we technically are. So we are ahead this season, which is much better than being behind. That's great.
Week to week. That's no fun.
Depends on what you think about behind.
Well, the first season, let me tell you. Yes. There was a lot of weeks where it was record, edit,
barely get it up on time,
rend, upload.
Yeah.
You don't like behind?
And then a couple days later, well, depends. All right, well.
Super glad to be vertical.
Yeah.
For so many reasons.
Yeah.
And on camera.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's happening
Look at that.
here.
Look at that pretty face.
That's right. She's back. Welcome back, Wachi. And yeah, so if you guys remember, last week we had ended with you guys with the city being attacked, the war actually coming to Queensland. And you guys got in a big battle, killed some things, did some stuff, got some experience, and I'm not sure who all leveled, but some of you did, I believe, if that's correct.
Ren level.
Ren and Seth leveled.
Yep.
Roll hit points. If you don't like what you roll, you can roll again. But you got to keep what you roll again.
+7.
You got 7 hit points. So Ren leveled in Illusionist and Rogue, correct? Both?
Yes.
So she rolled hit points for Illusionist and Rogue, added a Constitution divided by 2, and that's what she's got. Since her other class, Mercenary class, is frozen.
Yes, she is now a 6th level rogue and a 2nd level illusionist.
And what level Mercenary? 4. Interesting.
I rolled an 8, so they give me 10.
Right, so 8 and 7, not bad. Not bad at all.
Might actually survive part of a battle.
Yeah, so you were kept inside the temple by Natan after the initial incursion or initiative of the war. And I think you were there for like 3 hours or more, and the war is going on the outside. And you hear, explosions, all kinds of stuff. But Natan seems to calm everyone down. The priests and priestesses that are present calm everyone down. And before you know it, it's 3 hours later and you're okay. You don't feel bad. And you've received information that there are some fires still to put out, literally, and that there are groups of the enemy that have kind of been corralled in separate areas in the city, and that they're pretty much taking care of this assault.
I have a question. Freeze, the spell. I know it says it works on a person, but could Kari use that to work on a fire too?
Freeze?
Yeah.
What level is that?
I believe it's second level. Yeah, it's a second level cleric spell.
Okay.
And it says it works. It will hold a person, but I was curious to see if it would work like for fire.
What's the area of effect?
I'm looking.
So the area of effect is one being, which means that it cannot be cast on anything but a being.
Okay. That answers that question.
Yep. So we're going to start in a rather odd place. I know this is the lower level, but some things happen. Eris, you and Vay transported to the Happy Hunting Grounds.
Okay.
The moment
From
you...
Antonidas?
Yeah, from Queensland. The moment you land, you are standing inside of a cage made of wood attached to a tree that's above you. It's Burke. It's like he's trapped you. And he looks at you. That cannot come here.
Oh.
Vay's like, easy, big guy.
Okay, well, no problem.
No,
We'll-
no worries.
No worries.
We'll leave. He's still holding your hand. He kind of thinks for a second, then he's like, you ready? He plane shifts again.
Can't take
You appear in a room that's dimly lit. As your eyes adjust and you look around, you see these illusionary screens on the walls. You've been here before. This is in Mirabilia. This is down deep in Mirabilia. It is the room that he had created with all the illusions to show him what was going on with the city, the A1000 units and all of that.
Yeah.
And he smiles and kind of looks at you.
Are we where I think we are?
We are. Wanted to show you something. But before we do that, he walks over to the wall and he pulls out this stone and he pulls a box out, opens it up, and you see him drop the green stone in it and close it, put it in that little cubby hole and put the stone back on. I can think of no better place than right under their noses.
Okay. Alright.
There are only 3 of us that know of this location.
Right.
And I wanted to show you a few other things.
Okay.
He walks up to the monitor and he pushes it, the illusion, and he pushes a button, and you see him looking at the monitor. And then he turns and looks at you, and you see yourself appear on the screen. Everything that I have seen since this was created has been recorded.
What?
Yes. I want to show you something. He goes over and pushes another one, couple buttons, and you see a picture of an illusion on the screen of what looks like you're passing through some kind of dense metal. And you come out on the other side and you see the Nexus with his arms, his tentacles swinging about. You see him creating beings out of this black energy, smoke-like energy all around him as he's doing this. And then the screen goes blank. They stops it and rewinds it a little bit and stops it. He says, "This is the last thing that I saw before it took me." You see the Nexus. It's frozen, all these tentacles all out everywhere. And then he goes, "But more particularly, I want to show you this." You see him move the screen with these buttons and a joystick and zoom into a portion of it. And one of the things that's being created by the Nexus is Dahl's father. And he's just standing there.
No.
You see him move it over the screen a little bit more, and you see another image of her mother. There's a couple dozen individuals. Some of them you can't make out because the smoke is not completely taken on the form of whatever it is. He goes what would be called frame by frame. It gets to almost the very end. And you see Doll.
No.
Now, I do not know if these individuals are aware of this, or if they're under his control, or if there's merely a piece of him in them.
But that doesn't make any sense. He can't.
Was there a piece of you that he took? Yes. He raises an eyebrow. He looks back at the image and stares at Doll. If I'm not mistaken, she's female.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were the only female Neo.
I was.
Oh.
If he had a piece of me, he could have created her.
This is something to think about.
Right?
Thank you for showing me this.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry it's such troubling news.
Well,
But I gotta tell you that these are all connected in Mirabilia. I can see everything they've done and everything that they're doing.
all of it.
Yes,
That gives us an upper hand.
for sure. He kind of walks away from you and he turns around, he looks at you and he says, I have one other thing to say. It's very important. You see him kind of float up in the air a little bit. You see light come from behind him. And you see a ring come into his hand.
I knew it. I knew it.
This is a promise. And he hands it to you. That is the ring of the panther, gifted by the cat lord. And now I give it to you as a promise. I promise to marry you when and if you're ready, whenever that may be. And if not, no worries. And he smiles, and then you see him land back down. He didn't go to a knee, he floated. But anyway,
Of course he did. She'll put it on and then she'll jump on him and kiss him.
okay. So that's a yes, I guess.
For sure.
Very well. We'll need to plan this. And being the Prince of Queensland, I'm going to have to speak to my mother.
Oh, she
That's
already
why it's-
approves.
Promise ring. What?
What do you think your mom and I talk about when we have tea? Music?
Maybe.
She smiles at him really big.
So she approves?
Yes.
So maybe I don't have to ask her.
No.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me cry.
What have you two also been... What else have you been talking about?
All kinds of things. You left us alone for hours at a time.
Well, not alone. There are guards there protecting you. There are guards there protecting you. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway,
Such a male. God.
so this isn't like, I'll do this, we'll do this later. I know there's a lot going on and you probably have plans and all kinds of stuff, but I think you're a perfect match for me.
I agree.
I'll give you a kiss. Move away from there. And we're going to freeze right there and come back. But we're not going to come back to you guys yet. We're coming back to the other eras that's inside of the bubble. Recording everything that's taking place. You feel your bubble shimmer. But it's real slight. Like, remember before you would have these massive shimmer? It's real slight.
Should I look around?
You turn and look behind you and you see Dusty standing there with his hourglass eyes.
Dusty!
Oh, God.
He smiles at you and kind of looks down a little bit nervous, you know. Okay. And he puts his arms
She'll
like
let go
this.
of the pen. She'll run up and she'll hug him really tight.
When you come up to hug him, the magic leaves him and moves off of him and allows you to touch him. And he just kind of...
And like,
he's like that.
like, you know, have you ever had somebody hug you where they like kind of shake
Yeah,
you a
yeah.
little bit? It's like that. Like she's so excited she can't contain
Okay.
herself.
He's like,
She'll like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's
She'll back
okay.
up.
You see the magic go back on him. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. Hello, friend.
Hi. How are you, Dusty?
Huh?
How are you?
Busy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lots to do. There's a lot to do. Things to do.
Well, it's cool that you take the time to come see me.
You realize that you're still over there recording. When you look over and you say that to him, you realize you've been doubled inside here somehow. I can't give things. I can't suggest things. I can't change things. I can't. You worship time for a while.
Well, I still do.
Yeah. Got a time. Another got a time coming. But he's not a god of time no more. Not here. He's a nice guy. He's coming from another world.
What?
Yes. Other gods here. Lots going on. New gods. Council watching.
Council.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those guys.
How are you?
I'm okay. Pretty good.
Aries happy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happier than ever?
No. But happy.
Something wrong. Something missing.
Well, yeah, of course.
What missing?
Me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Old you?
What do you mean?
Old you is missing. You want old you back.
Well, I mean, if it were possible. of
What's
course.
missing?
Me?
You want you back?
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. You have family, things coming, people coming. You should be. Some of you should be different. You have brothers. You have a brother. He was bad. He was a bad man. He's not bad man now. He's like Lestinian now, but he's your brother. He's coming.
brother.
Yes. Him named Sal. His name's Sal. Salvadorian cross Spain. He your brother. He's bad man. Not bad man now. He comes from another place, a place with no time. Well, and all time. A sanctuary for time gods and others like me, and others like him. No time passes, or time passes, but no time passes.
Kind of like here.
Bubbles, but it's a whole city.
What?
hmm He's been there for a long time. Now he's different, but he's coming.
So I have a brother.
Yes. Careful of him. Be careful.
Okay.
Now, you want you or brother? Okay, done. You feel your Neo powers coming back. Okay, bye, he says, and he turns and you see him go through the bubble. You are no longer cat kind inside that bubble. The other you that's separate from you still is. And when you conjoin, you will share all knowledge together. And of course, Neo will overtake that. So you will become Neo again as the other eras as well. Thereby no longer making you cat kind. This Eras is aware of that. The other Eras knows nothing about this. And we're going to stop there and come back to the party. You guys are standing in the temple of Aphrodite. Your bellies are full.
Brain has just melted.
Your
Okay.
your minds are starting to come back to you now, to your own selves. You don't feel as joyous and happy as you did. Like it was a thing that you just couldn't control. You just felt good. Starting to leave and you're getting back to normal, that doesn't mean you feel panicked or bad or anything. You can feel whatever you want to feel now. That's what I'm saying. You're all standing there. Natan has ordered the doors to be unlocked, and Brizza has unlocked them. Nobody's gone out yet. You guys are there. What do you do?
Seth looks out the door.
Yeah, Reynolds.
So he'll go and open the door and look out.
Yeah.
Across the street from you, there's a fire burning. Those two buildings over there are just erupted in flame.
They didn't go out. Nice.
And there are other fires. When you look across the city, you can see there are other fires raging in various locations.
Well, he does have to pee, so go lift a leg.
You look up at the sky, and the clouds have been removed. There's no longer clouds. You don't see any ships, but Gold Star vessels all above the city just sitting there. Probably 30 or 40 of them.
Mm.
Off in the distance, you can see a tower over here that's on fire. And up to the north up here, farther from where you're at, well actually it's west, directly west and slightly north, you can see that there's a ship on fire up there, at the top up there.
He looks back inside. Can anybody create rain?
Brizza says, yes, we could, of course we could, but I believe the city has already attempted that. These fires are not so easily extinguished.
I better drink a lot of water.
Timmy's like, so are we safe to leave now or what? And Brizza says, yes, the temple is open. You're free to leave if you want, of course. There may still be a bit of combat here and there in the streets.
And Seth turns and looks at Eden. You want to go hunting? See if there's anybody left?
Well, I'm always there to extinguish the evil, of course.
He pulls his bow back out. And I'm interested in trying what this thing does. He's holding out he pulls one of the purple fletching arrows
Okay.
out.
All right.
There's only the one in the quiver, right?
Yeah.
The new quiver?
Yeah,
The one
that reproduces them.
yeah?
Yeah, if you put it in there, then there's a dozen of those now.
I like that. That's all he says. I like that.
Gabor will say, I do believe that the Temple of Goldstar and the Church of Goldar are on fire.
Excuse me?
Yes, there are many fires in the city. There was... Yes.
Do I feel like that I could shift again?
Delara?
Yeah.
Shift like shape change?
Yeah. Like her Neo.
So you think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think like you might be able to.
Can I roll under alchemy, probably, to see what would be the most durable metal that I could also still fly if I used it to create wings?
Yeah. You'll know metals with alchemy, so yeah.
Anything but a 20? Got it.
Mithril.
No.
Mithril would probably be the one that would work. And you know it to be extremely rare. Coming from the dwarves, you're not sure if there's any here. But not that you need that because you can shape change, but yeah. Just your alchemy tells you that.
So that's what she'll do. She'll shift those wings.
Okay, into mithril wings.
Mithril, yeah.
It works.
And have them, be enough of a size, to fly, protect her back, and
Seth?
then bring around her.
Roll 20 for me.
I don't know if I can see it. 6.
Feels like your grave is walked over. And you kind of turn and look and you see her change her wings into these metal-like wings. Gives you a chill up your spine.
Make them the same color of blue as mine.
Okay. All right. All
He
right.
just looks at her with one eyebrow raised.
You feel when you do it, you feel that there is a power in you that you have accessed. You're not sure what it is, but something deeper than you realized. And you think you can transform it any time into anything. You're like, after you've done that, you realize it's not as limited as you thought it might have been.
Like it's grown? Or like I've just become more aware?
Like it grew. And you kind of feel a little anger about your mom and dad. You're a little angry with them right now, and you don't realize it until after 30 seconds or so that you're gritting your teeth with anger at them for lying to you, for not knowing the truth, and possibly not being your parents. You're angry. And then it leaves, unless your character still is angry, and that's up to you.
I'm gonna try telepathy her dad.
Okay.
Hey.
You don't get anything. It's like it's nothing there.
Mom?
You do feel something listening when you do that. Like maybe they can hear you, but can't answer, you're not sure. You guys are all standing there doing your thing. You got that chill up your spine, so you kind of raise your eyebrow and you're looking at her. Are you using your patch or?
Yeah, my eye patch is on.
Okay. You see darkness in her eyes, and you see evil. You detect evil on her when this happens, and then it goes away.
I'll telepathy Ren and let her know.
Maybe her alignment's in flux?
I don't know.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
Okay.
Just brief.
Ren walks up to you.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, what's going on?
I just tried telepathy with my dad and my mom, and it's like they can hear me, but they can't answer.
Zin puts her hand on your shoulder. She walks up from behind you, puts her hand on her shoulder, and goes, "I'm sorry."
I'm sure that's right.
I don't even know if they're really my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like they are, then they lied to me all those years.
Timmy goes, "They're good people."
You know, something similar happened with Seth and I. Where our parents lied to us about who they were, and you know, I kind of came to the conclusion that they lied to keep us safe. I know that it's hard to not be angry, but maybe that's why.
You're probably right. You're probably right, but
But you can feel whatever it is you need to feel. I'm here for you. Can you talk about it?
I just wonder if they've been captured and that's why they can't answer me.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look for him then, Timmy says.
Maybe we should. Let me try something really quick. She'll begin to cast.
Okay.
Netherworld Commune, 3rd level. It's your first time using it. Duration special. Saving roll none. Description: by casting a spell, the witch reaches out into the knowledge of the nether plane itself and can pull back to themselves the answer to 3 questions, plus 1 question per level. So that'll be 8 questions. Questions will be answered in a yes or no. The material component for the spell is a reflective surface, such as a mirror, pool, pearl, crystal ball,
Polished bones, etc.
So she'll pull out her little makeup mirror
Okay.
and cast Netherworld Commune.
You guys see her move her hands and start to invoke this magic around her. And her eyes kind of shift and change into a blue, a much brighter blue than they normally are. You can see what looks like a bluish colored cloud all around you. Just like the orb. But there's no fetus floating in the air by you. You look around and you realize that's what you see. What do you do? You're 4th level, right?
5th level.
5th level? So you have 8 questions.
Yeah. Is Dorvan Quill my father?
Yes. It echoes from nowhere, just out in the mist and stuff. You just hear, yes, yes, yes.
Do we else hear it?
You don't see anybody else. You only see you.
Oh. Okay, so it transported kind of like.
Just like the orb.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, wow. That's
After you ask that question, in the distance, you see something, kind of a misty form of some type, way off in the distance.
Just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Is Lilacs Quill my mother?
Yes. And then you notice the form's got closer since you asked that question. It's closer than it was.
Are they in prison right now? Are my parents in prison right now?
No. You look, and now you can kind of make out an outline of what this thing is. And it's something floating in the air that is oval shaped. And then your stomach kind of tightens and you realize it's the fetus.
Should disconnect.
See your eyes go back to normal and you're standing in the temple. Timmy goes, "You okay? Did you get some answers?"
They are my parents.
See, I knew they were.
They're not in prison.
Well, that's good news.
How'd you do that?
What is that?
That's pretty cool, man.
It is. It's incredibly cool.
It's a little scary if I'm being honest. It's a little intimidating.
You hear kind of a booming voice from across the sanctuary. Witchcraft can be very scary. You see Natan over off to the side picking up some cups, cleaning, and he turns and looks at you. The Netherworld is the land of the dead, attached to nature itself. A couple priests come over and grab the stuff from him, and they start cleaning and cleaning up. And he walks over to you and he says, "This world is much different than the one that I come from, but I can see what is taking place with you.
What is it?
You somehow, what we would have called where I come from, you went ethereal. You traveled to another plane, but you were still here on this plane. Yes, but I would call that traveling to wherever it was. I'm not sure. It's not ethereal. I don't believe. Something different.
Nether plane?
Ah, so you did go to the nether plane. The netherworld is interesting, the land of the dead. You actually traversed there with your body?
That's what it felt like.
Mm.
That's exactly what it felt like. I'm not sure if that's actually what happened. Very new to the experiences. And
Me too. That's why I'm asking questions.
Just, but yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm there instead of here.
So I believe your name is Eden, is it not? Or Commander Eden?
Sure is.
You are the daughter of Nazkin.
Yes.
So I would very much like to be introduced to him and meet him.
Alright, I'm sure that we can arrange something. I can talk to him.
I appreciate that. You know, he can come here or whatever. I can go wherever. As long as it's, you know, a safe place with a war and everything going on.
Of course.
I would hate to make a mess, you know.
We can protect you.
No, I mean, I'd hate to make a mess of any enemies that came around me and destroy buildings and things of that nature. I try to stay as loving and kind as possible, but if you were to take me out in a war, I could and would possibly destroy things, protecting people.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure I can talk to my dad and we can arrange that.
Very well. Let me know. Appreciate it, Commander.
Of course.
And, of course, he's in the council, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have high hopes that love will win in this war in the long run. I hope you understand that there's always a place for love. Sometimes it's very difficult to see beauty in the midst of destruction. Makes it really hard. Fields of dead and battles, and whether they're won or lost, always has a difficult energy to it.
Just look across the street.
He kind of
Beauty in that fire.
he looks across.
Even though it's destroying something, it's still beautiful.
Yes, of course it is. It can be. But for most, it's difficult to see such things, and it is a borderline whether you're going to become jaded to these sort of things with war. I'm merely saying that always give love a chance.
Well, thank you for that piece of wisdom.
Now, if you'll just let me know when he can
I most definitely
do such thing, and
I most definitely will do that.
I've got some more details to look into with the temple. Should be done by this evening with all 3 towers, hopefully. He walks over to where Nerva and some of the others are and starts talking to Nerva.
She'll love for your dad.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy, you busy? I know you're probably swamped right now.
I am with the council in the chambers right now, and we have things under control. They should have come much smarter and much larger with more numbers than they did. Unfortunately, they thought their simple space jamming vessels would have the upper hand, but they were mistaken.
So were these devils?
There were devils and demons alike. We have captured what we consider a commander, and he is in the prisons currently, but there is he's in the main prison where there's more security. However, there are some fires that have broke out both in the prison and also within the jail of Queensland.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing, that nobody's being able to put them out.
Yes, they are made of a hellfire. They will be put out, but it will take some time. We have priests gathering now as we speak. As soon as we are done with the rabble rising of the demons and devils that we have trapped into small corners, we will begin to take care of all these fires. However, the one that we have captured is he goes by the name of Luxine, I believe, or they call him Lux. He is one of the Southern Seven.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
The monk, he has been captured. We have him, and
Well, that's quite the accomplishment.
it is a good thing. It is a very good thing. However, we were unable to capture his compatriots. They were able to escape.
I see.
Anyway, it seems to be under control now. Remove curse. We'll take care of these fires if you happen to come across any of it.
I can't do that yet, but Cara may be able to. I can talk to her and see if she's.
We are going to test out some holy water. Perhaps it will have an effect as well.
Oh, that's a smart idea. Really quick, have you heard of the new high priest that's in town at the Temple of Aphrodite?
I heard that there was that the son of Aphrodite was coming. Yes,
Yeah.
and that she was here.
Yes, well, I was just talking with him. We're down here at the temple. And he wanted to schedule a meeting with you.
Well, I'm kind of against the fence right now, but maybe perhaps within the next couple hours I might have an opening. I'd love to meet with him. Tell him if he wants, perhaps we could meet at the tower. I'd hate to have him come into the council with all the tension and dissension that is taking place. There's some open positions in the council. Votes are not. Things are amiss. Tell him to give me about 3 hours, and then he can show up at the tower.
All right, I will let you know.
All right, Moonbeam. We will talk to you later.
Just walk over to Orientana's.
Okay.
My daddy said to tell you that you could meet him at our tower in about 3 hours.
Ah,
That he'll be free then.
thank you very well, very much,
You know
very
where
much.
it is, right? Up
Of
on the
course,
hill.
of course. I appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Of course. So
You're,
turn around.
you're a gem.
So turn around and walk back to the party.
Okay, all right.
Man's gonna put her armor down.
Okay.
She put her arm around her.
Just hug her.
Zen is there too. She'll do the same thing on your other side. Yeah.
Sad.
Gabor will look over at you. So, what is the plan?
And who?
Eden.
Well, my daddy says that they are rounding up the last of the little groups that are in the city. And then they're going to start trying to put these fires out. He told me that a remove curse will be able to put them out. And they are going to do some tests with some holy water and see if that has any effect. Among other things, but you guys know how the politics in the city are. She'll smile.
Gavor smiles. He's like, with his teeth, he's like, so there's something else that you're not telling us that you don't think we need to know.
Well, he didn't tell me I couldn't, so
She'll look around. She'll start collecting in their heads.
Okay.
she'll say, there's some open positions on the council. They're in session right now.
Why don't you apply?
Gavor's like, yeah, you could apply.
That was car, by the way.
Well, I could, but then I wouldn't be able to adventure with you guys.
No?
Maybe, but also then you would really be on the inside. The inside.
Might be able to make a change, Gavor says.
The corruption runs deep. We know this.
Ask your dad about it. I'm not sure if Gavor says you should. I agree, but I am now thinking that you haven't really. I mean, they were going to have a parade, but you kind of need
Yeah.
More experience.
popular vote, more
Yeah,
experience. You
I'm
need
not-
the people
I'm
to
not there
hold
yet.
you up.
Exactly.
If that's something you're
Is
interested
it done
in.
by popular vote? Is
Huh?
that how the council's decided is popular vote? Or is it decided by the council?
No, it's decided by popular vote with the monarchs.
She would say, I'm not
You know.
well enough known to be able to
Well, we
do
could do
something
that
like
if it's something you're interested in. We could take the time to attempt to.
If that is the path that Gold Star wants me to take, I'm sure he will put the opportunity in front of me for me to prove myself.
Kara's looking at a bottle of holy water and she said, you have my vote. And then she walks out the door.
Okay.
She's going across the street.
All right.
She's going to throw a bottle of holy water into the fire. And
Be
she'll-
that as it may,
Okay.
She'll follow Cara.
Okay. Gabor will follow the two of you, and then Zumbar comes, and Kit will come. She looks back at like Doll and Timmy and Zen and Rin and says,
Dead.
or not Kit, sorry, Kit's dead. That's right.
She's at the temple for now.
It's at the temple for now. I forgot as a GM. I am so sorry.
That's what Seth's gonna do.
Yeah. So everybody but Kit will follow you, I suppose, unless they say they don't. I mean, players, I don't know. I don't know if Doll's going or not. But you can get to the road right here, and you could throw it at it if you want. They're raging fires, and you got a small little holy water. You know, these buildings are almost burnt to the ground.
Yeah, she'll throw it into the fire.
Okay, roll 20.
19.
It hits in there and explodes, and some of the fire goes out, but it doesn't make a big enough splash to really take care of it. But it looks like where it hit, it did put it out, but it immediately kind of starts to cover up the spot within a round or two where you threw it. So it'd have to be doused with a lot of holy water.
Well, she has 11 more.
So, this might not be the most practical way to handle
No,
it.
it really isn't.
We need more of it.
But you might tell your daddy that it works, it just needs to be in larger quantity.
Just look for your dad. Daddy, the holy water works, but we're going to need a lot of it.
Oh, I'm aware, dear. I'm quite aware that we've already tested it.
Oh, I thought you said you hadn't done it yet.
Well, it's not that we haven't done it, dear. It's that we've trying to figure out a way to distribute the water.
Gotcha.
And I do believe that the engineers are working on it, and they have discovered something. So, as I told you, that's not my duty to take care of, but there's testing it out. They're doing something, dear. I'm not sure.
Alright, Daddy. I'm sorry for bothering you.
You never bother me.
Seth just looks at the group and says, I need to go to the temple.
So, as you guys are standing out here,
Mhm.
you can look up to the north from where you're at, and you can see that the church and the temple are both on fire. You can see the Gold Star Academy is all on fire, including up where the tower is. You can see the Queensland's jail's on fire. The docks, some of the ships are burning. You can just see fires here and there in certain locations.
And I said, come on, guys, let's go.
She'll start walking that way.
To the Temple of Gold Star?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A few minutes go by and you see a ship fly from where the docks are and come over your head over to the temple. And you see sprinklers start to spray with hoses, men with hoses, spraying the Temple of Gold Star with water, what looks like water to you guys, but it's putting the flames out. And then you see a couple more rise up from the water from the docks and start to do the same in other locations.
Card just says praise books.
By the time that you reach the Temple of Gold Star, the flames are doused on the temple itself.
Okay.
On the way there, can I tell it to the Pendar?
You can.
Pendar?
You don't get a response.
Bullshit. Just say that out loud. Fucking bullshit.
What's the matter, sweetie?
Pendar's not answering either.
Did he ever make it back from the...
He did. Do you want me to try to look again for you?
Yeah. I can try. She'll try with her cat link right now.
What you were using?
Her? The divinity stone.
Yeah. Yes.
Dog's trying to get a hold of you.
Oh.
And she really needs a mentor right now. There's been a lot of things that have happened since you left. She's quite upset.
Very well. I will come back to the prime.
We're
Give me
by
a
the Temple of Gold Star.
Give me a moment. It will take a bit. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna come see you. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, he's not on the prime. That's why you can't get a hold of him.
I ain't better to that. Thing I got you around.
So everybody makes it to the Temple of Gold Star, and you can see that there's fires up on the hill that the ships are trying to put out. When they leave this area, you guys just come up when they leave this area, and there's like a mist in the air. You know, it's like it's been raining. It's all wet and everything over here.
Surprise happy.
And then let's take a break there real quick, and we will be right back. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. We'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, you guys are outside the Temple of Gold Star.
Now, on the way, I forgot to mention that Seth was going to first turn to the group and ask, does anybody know where I can get a pair of scimitar?
No. I would say either. Actually, I don't know. So things are changing now. It's a temple, so I don't know if it still works the same.
Okay. And the other question was to Cara and Eden, do you know where they keep the dead bodies in the Temple of Gold Star?
Down in the basement.
What?
I wanted to find Kit.
They keep them down in the basement.
In the,
That's under
in the crypts, you know
the
that you,
crypt. That's under lock and key, though.
you have to go through one of those towers. You're not sure which one. There's 6 of them, but you know they all go down to the basement. But you
I
don't.
don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's down in the basement.
Cara, you know which tower it is.
Okay.
And
So-
it would be above your pay grade, so to say, to be able to go into one of those because you can't. Up to this point, you haven't come back with the ability to raise dead yet. Somehow, you might have it now, but you didn't before. So,
Right.
priests that can raise the dead are allowed there. The circle that enables you to cast any spell that will bring the dead back will enable you to go down into the crypts. What you're there for, you might get questioned. You know, you might get sent to someone in charge. You're not sure. You don't really know, but in Eden, you just know where it's at.
You can say,
Down the
as
basement.
far as, politically in the city, I know I'm commander, but it's different in church. I don't have the same thing.
Cara would know who to talk to get down there.
Cara would be able to maybe do it. She holds a higher standing in the church than I do. She's a priestess in the town.
So she says, I know who to talk to.
You would know that the guards would be the first step. You know, the gatekeepers are the ones that keep anybody from going down there, and they're paladins. And you would just, yeah.
Brian would say, I know that Natan told me that they were going to take care of that. If you guys, there was some kind of energy that came off his blade when he hit her, and something came out of her into his blade. So I have this feeling that it's going to be a lot harder to raise her than what we're thinking.
So it was her, Cara just says, so it was her soul.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I saw. And I could be mistaken, you know what I mean? But that's what it looked like.
Zen kind of gets uncomfortable. You guys notice that she's like,
Which one? Sweetie?
She's still touching me.
yeah. But she let go of you when that happened. She's like,
Grab her hand.
Where is
What's
it?
the matter?
That was Seth. Seth says, where is it?
don't know what. Man, I have not felt that in a long time.
What happened?
It's hard to describe.
So Laura will put her arms one around each of their waist and pull them in,
Okay.
and then open her wings to protect their backside.
Okay.
Bring them around their sides a little bit.
She's like, it's gone now.
Reynolds left here. Do you want to talk about it? What happened?
No.
Can he, when he looks around, can he see anything with his eye?
Where are we going? She says. You look around?
Yeah. Well, Cara's going to go up to the guard and
Okay.
talk to them, but he's going to look around and
Okay.
Eden?
Roll a 12-sider and then a 20 for me.
He's gonna detect good and evil. Detect evil in an 80-foot
Okay.
radius.
All right.
Them.
Tough side was 11 and a 20.
Yeah.
20, I rolled an 18.
You don't see anything, Seth. You detect evil. Right next to you, you feel evil. You look over and you see Zen.
Past that. She'll feel out past it.
80 feet?
Yeah.
Remember, that was one of her great insights.
I do.
Level, so it's higher. It's farther than normal.
Right at the very edge of your detect evil over by the Church of Gold Star, right on this corner over here, you detect evil. But the second you detect it, it moves out of your range. Like,
She'll telepathy the whole party. There was something evil right over there. It moved out of my range, though. I felt it. There are things in the city still, you guys.
Kara, you're talking to the guard. You come to the guard. He's like, priestess.
We need to get down to the crypt.
Very well. He opens the door. You see stairs going down.
Delara will start walking these two to the door. She said, let's get inside.
As you start to go
Divine
in,
protection.
he says, "One moment," and he kind of turns and looks at Kara, and then looks over at the party. He's like,
We need to find someone. That's Cara.
"I understand, priestess." Pardon me, ma'am. I'm not sure how to say this. I cannot allow evil into the crypts. And he turns and looks over towards Zen.
She's safe. She is a follower of the Cat Lord.
I'll need the high priest go ahead
Right.
if you're
Okay.
going to take her. Other than that, the rest of you can go in.
Ren
Zen
will-
just kind of puts her hand on her hip and looks at him like,
Ren will say, I'll stay with you.
Yeah, Delara just stands there. She hasn't let go of either of them.
Gavor says, "I do not think we should stay out here right now."
Not with what she just said.
You still got it up, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's walking.
All right.
And he still has that arrow pulled.
Okay.
Pointed,
There is
pointed towards that way.
Okay. There is a just a second. It like in the same area. Like it is aware of your radius, whatever it is, and it keeps testing to see. And right above where it's at, there's a fire burning on the Church of Gold Star, or Goldar, sorry. Then you see a ship come over and start to put the fires out. It floats down. You don't feel the evil.
Do either of you beautiful ladies have any way to get us back to the Temple of Aphrodite?
Ren will say, has her cube
Cara will open it
Oh.
up.
this way?
Yeah.
Yes. Ren will say,
Or Cara says, I can open a gate.
either way.
Either way,
Either
She
way.
has it done in seconds.
we can't be out here prone.
Right in front of it will open right in front of the temple.
It's okay. You guys go. Let us know what you find, okay?
She'll wait
We're
until
not going
the
to leave inside by yourself.
No.
You can open a
dimensional
fold.
fold, yeah.
Okay, roll shell dice for me.
Okay. 64.
It opens to the temple.
Go through. No, go through.
Okay.
Is there any window?
Zen will go with you. Timmy will go with you.
Eden will stay.
Gavor will stay. Zumbar will kind of look at them and then stay.
We'll rush straight into the temple.
Okay.
So once the fire is put out, does she still feel it, or was it separate from the fire?
It was.
It was.
Okay, you dimensional fold right out in front of the temple, and
Step out, and I've still got them. We'll go straight in.
okay, go straight. The doors are unlocked when you open them. You come in. You can see that it's still under construction and everything in here. You don't see Natan. You see Brizza standing off to the side, talking to some guys and pointing at a wall.
We'll walk over to her.
Run to her.
Yes.
Over right with
She
you.
stops and looks at you. Goes, "Oh, well, welcome back."
Can you tell Nakan that we're back because we left and we think somebody was trying to kill us? Just
Okay.
so we're gonna hang out here for a bit.
Okay. Are you guys worshippers of Aphrodite? Any of you?
Not yet.
She doesn't say that. The GM is asking you
Ren
that.
tried to pray to Aphrodite for that reason and didn't get a response.
So she is.
So yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
So
All right.
did Delara.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. She smiles at you. She says, "Yeah, I'll notify him and let him know." All right, Kara, Eden,
Mm-hmm.
Gavor.
Yeah. As soon as Ren's no longer there, Seth will actually let the tension on his
Bogo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eden will look at the guard that's standing there and say, "Now, I know that they're still rounding up things in the city, but I feel something." And she'll look at the guard, and it's right over there. And she'll kind of look her eyes. It keeps moving around the edge.
Nothing has come within my range.
She'll smile at him.
He kind of looks at you funny. He's like, "Very well. I'll keep an eye on it." As you guys go down the steps,
She keeps it up.
torches light up as you go down the steps. You go down about 40 feet or so, and it enters into a crypt room with stone sarcophagi, and hallways that shoot off in different directions. Statues, various statues. It's like a crypt mausoleum under the ground.
So,
And you see a priest off to the side praying at an altar of gold star when you guys come in, and he doesn't stop. He continues to pray. He doesn't stop. Then you obviously make noise when you come in, and when you walk in down here, the torches light up all the way to the bottom of the staircase. Once you come into this room, there are these what look like blue colored torches in the hallways, and they're already lit, but it's not as bright as the other torches. It's still kind of dimly lit down here a little bit, like a crypt.
He just walks through looking for Kit.
Okay. So there's left, right, or forward.
Eden will stand there and wait.
Okay.
She'll offer a prayer to Gold Star as they walk in.
All right. Where do you go?
Left.
You go left. There's so many different tunes, so many different, like as you start to walk, you realize there's a lot of dead buried down here. Some of them are marked, some of them are not. But these that you first come in, the first few that you see, seem relatively old. And it goes for quite a ways to the left, and then you're going to see another right, but it keeps going to the left. You wait for a few moments.
For the priest.
The priest stands up and he turns and looks over at you.
Good afternoon.
Bald head.
He'll come back.
Okay.
Would we locate the dead that were collected from the city?
From the assault. They should be on the other side. And he points down the hallway. He goes, I can guide you to them.
That would be wonderful.
The triage room and various other places off in this direction. You should be able to function. Whom are you looking for?
We are looking for a little dwarf named Kit. She had her head severed outside of the the Temple of Love.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
She's no longer in triage. She's actually in a tomb.
Is she?
Yes, she's been laid to rest. Or her body has been laid to rest. I'm sorry for your loss. And he turns and looks at everybody.
Is there a reason she couldn't be brought back?
One moment. Let me get all the details. I don't want to just guess.
I appreciate that.
Evidently, there was no soul to bring back to the body. An attempt was made, and either the soul transformed into its final resting place and is not willing to return, or the soul is gone or destroyed. I don't know. I can find out more details. And he's saying this as he starts to walk down that hallway, and then he stops. You know, like he stops when you start asking these questions.
If that's the case, then do you still need to go?
No, we need to find who stole her soul. And he turns around and heads up the stairs.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. May Goldstar bless and guide you.
You as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your service, Commander, and thank you for your time, all of you, Priestess.
She'll nod at him respectful and then she'll
does,
turn around.
So's Carl.
Okay.
Bless you for all you do.
Nods. If you're willing, I can attempt to try to find some of these answers out. We can speak with divination and see if they can come up with where the soul may be or what may have happened exactly.
So,
With so much going on and so many dead that have come in, we haven't really had the time to do due diligence on souls.
we weren't sure, but from what you've told us, it kind of sounds like the blade that killed her took it.
You saw her death.
We didn't. One of our friends.
I'm
did.
so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to endure that from your friend. I will try to find out. He looks at Kari. He says, "I will try to find out the details, and I will notify you when I
Thank
do."
you so much.
Of course, Priestess. And you know he's higher ranked than you, but he treats you with the greatest respect. Anyway, you guys turn, go back up.
Yep.
Get to the top. Back to you guys back in the Temple of Aphrodite. You're standing there, Briz is with you.
So Brian said, I don't know that they were trying to kill us, but there are assassins in the city, and there are groups and probably beings hiding and all kinds of things. But we're a little jumpy.
And they wouldn't let us into the crypts with all of our friends, so we decided to come back here.
You see Nerva come walking over and she goes, "What? They wouldn't let you see the dead?"
They wouldn't let us out.
Oh no, that is not acceptable. Zin is a companion, legal and binding. She should be allowed entrance into the crypts, for sure. We will file a grievance for this. I'm sorry. And she looks at Zen, and Zen goes, "I'm used to it, don't worry about it. I'm an ally whether they want me to be or not."
You know what? She's right, Zan.
She looks at
Seriously, she's right. You shouldn't be treated like that.
I don't think they meant
agree.
I don't think they meant anything bad. Really? I mean, I radiate something that's not allowed there? That's why I came to you. So that I can do the things you cannot.
Yeah. And we would have likely been dead without you, so they can stop treating you badly anytime.
I agree.
Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt for this time. It's not that big a deal. I don't think I can help Kid anyway. Says, what happened to Kid? Nervousness.
What's
Timmy
his-
goes, "She got her soul sucked and her head chopped off by one of those assholes in Southern Seven."
She'll look at Neva Asher.
I'm sure they're probably finding out. the details right now.
I have an idea.
Time's up.
Excuse me. I have an idea. Come with me. And she starts to walk towards the door. Priz looks over there like, what's going on? And Nerva just turns. She doesn't notice him.
Nerva's, her.
Right, but Priz.
So she's gonna.
Priz is, she is the curator right now, but she looks over at you. Frizz, sorry. Looks over at you and is like.
She'll kind of shrug.
She telepathies to you. Watch her. Take care of her. She is not well yet.
I can't tell her no, but I'll stay right with her.
She kind of looks at you and smiles a little bit. In your head, you hear her say, "Neither can I." She goes to the front door and walks out.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, she'll go.
Okay,
Oh, I don't like
you go.
this.
Yeah, right.
Zen
I
goes
don't
with you.
like this.
She holds out her hand.
Take it.
She teleports you guys. You appear across town. Looking up, you see that there's fires at the prison, but she goes through the arched doorways below them, and you can see they're still fighting this battle, this fire battle. You can see that there are men on the walls trying to put it out with water, and it's still raging on that corner of the prison. You see a ship off in the distance moving towards the prison, like it's coming that way, but you don't know for sure. She goes, "Come on." She walks in. As soon as you get in the front doorway, it's like this first entry chamber is all locked down. There are guards everywhere, armed, and when you guys come in, they turn and look at you, and there's a cage in front of you with a guard behind it, and she walks right up to the cage, and they're all like, they put their hands on their swords and look at you guys, and then a couple of them kind of, "Oh, ambassadors. You go up to the cage, and the guy, he's doing some kind of paperwork. He's like, "I'll be with you in just a moment." She kind of clears her throat, and he looks up, and he's like, ambassadors, welcome. He fumbles, starts to put his shit up, kind of looks at all three of you and just stops. He's like, you see Nerva go. He's like, he turns and looks at her. She goes, "Can you help us?" And he's like, yeah, I'm sure I can. What do you need?" She goes, "You have a prisoner recently that was just captured. His name is Lux." Yes, he's in the secure facility. We would like to question him. I don't know if, well, they won't let you. I can take you down there. And he looks at her. She's like, "That would be wonderful if you could do that for me." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm not. I can't leave my post." And he kind of looks over at the other guards, and they're looking at him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, he's like, I can't really leave my post." And she kind of looks at the other guards, and she goes, "Well, maybe one of these young gentlemen could escort us down." And she looks at them, and he's like, "I don't think they have. I don't think they can." One of them goes, "I know the captain. I'm sure I could get us down there." And he goes, "Yeah, but no one's supposed to go down there. No, we can't have anybody going down there." You see Nerva kind of turn and look at him. She goes, "Yes, but your wife's going to be very interested when I tell her about, that thing that you did last week on Monday." And he kind of stops and looks at her and is like, What thing?" She goes, "Come now. You don't want me to go talk to Jennifer and let her know, do you?" He's like, "How do you know my wife's name?" She goes, "I know a lot. Look, this is business that has to do with the city. We are above the law. Do you understand? This is national security." And he kind of looks at her funny for a second. He goes, "Very well. Take her to the captain and tell the captain that I said that it's okay for her to question the prisoner. She goes, "Thank you so much." And the guard takes you through another gate, unlocks it. You guys come in and start going down this hallway. You come to a stairway where there's two guards. You're looking at the guard and looking at you guys like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Mm.
And he walks up and he goes, "I'm supposed to bring them to the captain." And one of the guys looks at him. He's like, "Oh, okay. Why?" Then he turns and he sees your
It's showing
insignia,
it's full view.
and he's like,
You feel
"Oh,
me?
ambassadors, of course. And he steps back and locks the door, lets you down. This guy takes you down to the next room, and there's about 12 guards in this room, and it looks like they're playing poker or some kind of game, and they stop what they're doing when you walk in, and one of them stays sitting, but the rest of them stand. And the one saying goes, can we help you, ladies?" And Nervous is like, "Yes, ambassadors, if you will." He goes, "Oh, ambassadors." And he stands up and he walks over to you. "Yeah, we're here to see a prisoner for questioning. Elis has sent us." And he goes, "Elis?" He goes, "Yes." "Okay. All right, I'll need to contact him first." And she's like, "Okay." "Okay. All right. He says that you're all good. So, yeah, come this way." And he walks over, pulls some keys off the wall. It's a long process. You get through doors that are closed behind you where you're locked in several times. You get down to this really dark place within the prison. And you come up to a prison door, and the guard unlocks it for you. You look in, and you see the monk sitting there levitating about that far off the ground. And then he opens his eyes when you come and open the door, and he stands up and puts his hands down to his side. She walks in.
Walk in.
She starts to cough when she walks in and stops for a second, goes to the side, and you see she coughs up some blood. You see Zen kind of step in front of her and block it, and she's like, "Well, hello." And he kind of looks at her, and she speaks to him in a language you don't understand.
She's always doing that shit.
And he bows to her when she does. He bows and responds to her in another language that you don't understand. And then she turns back and looks at Nerva, and Nerva's like, "Fine." She turns and looks at him. She says, "We have a deal that we'd like to make with you." "I'm listening." "Your freedom for the soul of a dwarf that was struck down during the combat." You see him kind of raise his eyebrows, and he goes, "Done. Then you will have the soul brought to me before you are released." "Do you have something to write on?" She goes, "No."
I do. She pull out a quill.
The monk looks at you and he bows. Write something down. Hands it to Nerva. Hands you the quill and ink. He smiles at you, doll. Interesting. Turns and looks over at Ren and then looks over at Nerva and says, "Take that to the Red Lantern Inn, and your soul will be brought to you. I expect that you will be honorable in this agreement." And Nerva says, "Of course. Of course." He bows to her, and she bows back to him, and you guys turn and walk out. Nerva looks at you and goes, "I don't know what that is or
Should we read it?
what it says." You open it up, and the powder is dry. Return the soul of the dwarf Kit for my freedom, Lux. And then there's some kind of weird symbol on the bottom of it, which looks like a chaos symbol with horns.
Heraldry?
Roll it.
Yes, right on it.
You look at it and you realize this is probably their symbol. The Southern Seven, that's probably their symbol.
Oh, she's gonna
It's
memorize
the first
that.
time you've ever seen it. You've
She's
never seen it
memorizing
before.
it.
Okay.
Try to, anyway.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The
Pull
guard
it up.
the guard locks the door and everything, and then if you guys start to go down the hall and you come through another doorway, and standing in front of you is the warden.
She would have put the note in her bag.
And okay, she would have hid the note.
Bring her aura down to just around them.
Okay.
Just the girls.
One second.
And Timmy.
And Timmy. Oh yeah, I forgot about Timmy.
He's been quiet.
Well, he's been quiet, and I'm sure he can hide standing between the four of us.
You probably could hide in my shadow now. The shadow of my wings.
Where did I put that?
Dude, I got leftovers.
You're crazy. You're
Ranger.
crazy.
Okay. This guy right here is staring at you as you guys come walking out, looking at you, frowning.
Of course he is.
Why are you here? And you see Nerva say that. We are companions here by request of Elis to question the prisoner. It's highly unusual. You may leave now. Next time, come speak with me. If you're going to come see a prisoner in my prison, I'm the one you talk to. Understand, ladies? And Zen's like, oh, of course, I'm sorry that we didn't know. And Nerva just kind of smiles, and she's like, next time we will ask your permission, of course. Very well. Escort them out. They start walking out. Mm-hmm. You guys get out of the prison. She teleports you back to the temple.
Walk her inside.
Okay, you guys go inside. She smiles and gives you a hug.
She'll hug her. Thank you for this, Nerva.
Thank you so much.
She looks pretty weak. When she gives you a hug, you can feel that she's really weak. Like she's a little dizzy, you can tell. She hugs you, but she coughs a little bit.
She'll hold her while she's talking. She'll look for who's been walking her around and stuff with her. It's been Marianne and Frizz.
Yeah,
right?
Marianne and
She'll
Fritz.
look
And you see
around.
them over there, and they look over at you, and you see Marianne come over and help her back over to where she was. Nerva just kind of touches you a little bit on your arm, just barely, and she's like, I hope that helps. I feel helpless nowadays, but at least I could have done that for you.
Nerva, you're still so amazing. Thank you.
If you need anything else, let me know. And thank you. When you guys got back, you would notice that the fires across the street were put out. Those two buildings are burned to the ground.
So she'll look at Zun and Doll and she'll telepathy in their heads. Now, if we tell Kara and Ian what we're doing, they're gonna stop us, you guys. So we're gonna have to do this without them. Right? They're not gonna let us do this.
For that matter, I don't think anybody's going to let us do this. I don't think Nerva planned on doing it. She kind of looks over it and I don't think she has the authority to do that. How's she going to get him out of there and free him?
She's still a council member, right?
I think so. Maybe she can. I don't know if she's still council member, is she? Maybe we should find out. I don't know. Maybe she could. I don't know. Elis telepathies, Ren. Hey.
Hi. How are you today?
Good. So you were at the prison. Fucking warden's pissed off.
Yeah, he's grumpy.
He's more than grumpy. He's basically telling me that you guys are planning on a jailbreak or something.
What?
I told him to shut up, not to worry about it. But you are planning on something like that. You would let me know, right?
I'm not breaking anyone out of jail.
Okay.
Um,
Good answer. Good answer.
I forget he's a companion too when he hears that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know what you girls are planning, but it might be better to not let people know if you're planning something like that. I don't know what your reason or cause would be for that, but it could be very bad for you if you were to do something like that. And I would say it's none of my business, but it is. My name was used. Various other things are taking place. I look like an accomplice. So, if I'm an accomplice, I should probably know what you're doing. So just keep that in mind if you would, Ren. Thank you. He disconnects.
Right before he disconnects, she's like, have a wonderful afternoon. She's like, is that a doll? And she kind of goes, she kind of makes that face. I just got fussed.
What happened?
I roll her eyes at the list. Asking questions about why his name was used.
And he dare not ask the person that used it.
Right. Right. I didn't tell him anything.
You guys get to the top of the staircase and come out of the temple crypts. Paladin looks at Eden. He's like, I have felt nothing. All right, you guys are standing there. You can see that the fires for the Queensland's jail and the Church of Goldar have been put out. And you see them currently putting out the fires down at the docks. It seems to be pretty big fire down at the docks, so
That'll be a while.
it looks like it's going to take them quite a while to put those fires out. But they are working on them.
Seth will turn and look at the paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I get a pair of scimitars? And telepathy Eden. While I'm talking to him, see if you see that thing again.
She's got it out still. 80 feet.
I know that a lot have been gathered from the assault. I can tell you that.
Yeah?
Yes.
Where are they at?
The dead.
You
From the
left
en-
them with the dead?
From the enemy.
Oh.
They collected them from me. I'm not sure where they're storing the weapons, but I know a lot were collected from,
Where would
from
I
the
find
enemy.
that out?
probably the blinding guard, or maybe one of the the blinding guard. That's who I would talk to probably.
Okay. Then I guess we could go do that.
I mean, I'm sure the Golden Knights aren't responsible for collecting those weapons.
Well, no, I wouldn't think so.
It's probably the blinding guard.
Okay. Is she detecting anything? I'm trying to give her a chance to see if that thing is still there.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
You want to walk that way before we go to the blinding guard?
Yeah, I'm sure we can find you a scimitar. It's no.
I need a pair.
I'm sure that'll be easy enough.
You know, probably you as a paladin know there are weapons stores. Like there's places you could buy weapons from.
There are plenty of places you can buy weapons.
Including the cradle.
Including the cradle if you really want to go there.
Did I see any there? I don't remember.
There might have been some there. You don't remember because you weren't looking for them. You're just looking for short swords. You don't remember exactly if they are not.
Send telepathy off to that little rabbit kid and ask him.
Okay, so telepathy rabbit. Hey, rabbit.
Hey, what's up, man?
Got a curiosity question. Do you by chance have some scimitars? I'm looking for a pair, but
You mean a matching pair?
if you have a matching pair.
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
All right. I'll be looking around, see if I just anything odd.
Okay.
Using the iPad.
As you guys are walking that way, Zen telepathy's Rin. Don't really want to talk about it, but the last time I felt that energy was when I was in the presence of Mephistopheles.
Really?
Yes. I'm scared right now,
Like
she says to you.
Here?
I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Maybe. I don't know, but I am scared. And you can see she does look visibly shaken. You've never seen her like shaken before, but she looks kind of shaken.
She'll say, don't brush things off if you feel it certain way. Trust your intuition.
I don't feel it now. It was just for a moment.
Didn't Eden say that she felt that evil, whatever it was, for just a moment? I'm not saying that was him, but
She did.
maybe a minion of some kind?
Maybe. I don't get that feeling around his minions, though.
No.
No. He
So,
used to own me. I was his property. It's okay. It's no big deal. Let's just forget about it. Let's forget about it right now. If I feel it again, I'll let you know.
you ever need to talk to me?
Thanks. So you continue to walk. You guys walk down. Where are you going? Back to the museum,
Well,
right?
I was waiting to see what Rabbit said, but
Okay.
I want to come down to the front of the Church of Goldar
Okay. And look around there.
and look around there, because
All right. That's where you're at right now when she says that. It seems to be, the fire seems to be put out, and you see some priests out front, and they're looking at the building. A couple paladins standing at the door.
Eden doesn't see anything.
She doesn't see any. You guys don't see anything. You don't feel any evil or anything like that, other than Zen.
All right. Huh. Yeah. I guess we can head back to the temple until we hear back from Rabbit.
Okay. By the time that they put the fires out on the Gold Star Academy, it's burnt to the ground. The only thing left is the tower and the walls, some of the walls from the buildings.
No loss there.
It is just burnt. It is the largest fire in the city, besides maybe down on the docks where they were working on the fires down there.
Right.
And there were 2 different spots on the docks that were blazing. So you head back to the temple and you guys all kind of hook up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys walk in. You see Gavor kind of look over at Timmy, like glares at him for a moment, like perplexed, and Timmy's like, kind of shrugs his shoulders. And Gavor turns and looks back at you guys. He like kind of looks at the girls. And see him turn and look at Eden and Cara, and he's like, he just kind of looks forward.
Y'all feel better?
Timmy's like, yeah, everything's cool. Everything's good, man. We're good. We're good, right?
Yeah.
We're all good.
What's wrong, Gavor?
Who says that?
Don't.
Don't? I'm sorry. Looks at Jules. It's troubling, the news that we acquired.
It's soul's busy.
Yeah, basically we found out she can't be revived, and they put her to rest in the school of the temple called Star.
I'm not going to stop till I find her soul. I will take that son of a bitch apart and break his sword. If that's what I have to do. She didn't deserve that. I don't
Timmy's
think
like,
anybody deserves
you see Zumbar like, get dead.
it. For now,
Sad.
it is.
Gold Star, bring Kit back. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
I like Kit.
Yeah, I know.
Zumbar sad.
She will be next.
I wouldn't give up on her yet, Timmy
Nope.
says.
Nope.
Zumbar kind of looks at him. See Gavor kind of looks side-eyed at Timmy like, he telepathies to Doll. Gavor, I would not normally keep a secret such as this, but I will do it as long as possible. I would prefer not to know any more, though, so if you would please tell Timmy. It is not appropriate for me to have this information. I am struggling as to what to do, what is the right thing to do. I feel I need to tell Eden and Cara, but I think that might cause problems, more problems. And you realize now Timmy told him.
Is that just to Doll? He says that?
Yeah, he says it just to Doll.
Did you just forget it?
I wish I could.
Thank you for letting me know.
I will try to. I will try to meditate on the correct answer. Perhaps prayer would be appropriate.
Thank you, Gavor.
If I am asked directly, I cannot lie.
least for the future.
The words of wisdom from an old man that is young. Law and goodness must be kept. But sometimes one's heart is separate from that. These are the difficulties that we must endure as people, as beings. We must decide what is right and wrong. Each of us has a choice. And Gold Star will bless you for the right one. Lay your burdens at his feet, and he will always be there for you. He nods.
She was what, 18?
Yeah.
Don't tell Gore anything ever anymore. Because now he might tell you and Cara, and we might not be able to do it.
I made him promise not to tell anybody.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. He's bound by his honor and his code.
I don't want us to get in trouble, though. We're going to get in trouble. We are. We're going to get in trouble if we do that. I didn't want to say anything while we were there because it's Nerva. But, like, she didn't order us to do any of that. We're doing it on our own, right? She just helped us. That means that she didn't tell us to do it, which means we could get in a lot of trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I know that Gold Star can bring her back, though. We just have to figure out how to get her soul.
I think that we should step away from that for a little bit because there's so many people coming to each of us now because of it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I feel like I'm being watched by Gold Star. He's like paying attention to what I do.
That's just between the two of them.
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
I've seen the light. I know that he has our best interest in mind. He's brought back the dead for us. I've survived because of him.
Well, the Cat Lord brought me back, and I survived because of him. What
Right.
makes Gold Star so much better than the Cat Lord?
Well, I don't know if he is. He brought me back. After all the shit I've done, he still brought me back.
I'm so glad that he did it.
And I'm glad the Catler brought you back.
Thanks. Just remember, too, you can't trust anybody. You gotta be really careful. Even those people that have the best intentions could end up very much trying to do the right thing.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying.
You're
Oh.
trying to do the right thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But,
That's like, I just snitched.
yeah.
Damn it. I didn't realize.
You thought you were doing the right thing.
Well, I didn't tell Eden. I didn't tell Kara. Thankfully. Yeah.
Just remember that we can trust each other, okay?
Okay. So if I tell you I don't want anything to do with this anymore, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to know anything else about this.
I can do
Can you... But can you do it in a way to where they don't think I'm a wimp? Like, I don't want Zen or Ren to think that I'm weak. Am I weak? I'm not weak, right? I'm really confused, doll.
Why?
There's a lot. There's a lot. Feel guilty?
For what?
Just stuff. As you guys are standing, the door opens and Pindar comes in.
No, stop. Stop. Stop feeling guilty.
You see Briza run over to him and give him a big hug, and he hugs her. He's like, hello. It's been a long time. And he kind of looks at her, and she smiles, and you see she gets a tear in her eye. She's like, how have you been? He's like, I've been well, busy. She's like, is it true? Is Glistinian here? He's like, yes, he is. She says, did you know that? Then she stops and kind of looks around the room, and he's like, it's okay, we can talk later. And he gives her another hug, and she's like, it's so good to see you, Pindar. He says, you as well, Briza. If you'll excuse me. And he walks past her and comes over to you. Hello. Seth?
Honey,
So, Bryn,
thought we were going to have to come rescue you.
I thought I was going to have to need some rescuing. That place is no joke.
Not bad.
It was definitely the decoy. Not affiliated with them in any way. Discovery of ancient undead that should not have been stirred. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's so much to worry about besides that. Yeah.
Can we talk?
Of course. That's why I'm here.
We need to stick Kara on them. Kara's just looking at him like, the heck are you talking about?
Let's go up to the room. Is that okay?
Yeah. He turns and starts walking that way and goes down the steps. Doll, you go with him?
Yeah.
Timmy starts to come with you. Using.
And also left the was in and if they want to come.
Okay.
Okay. You want to?
Just wanted
You
to
want
be
us
out of
to?
the area.
Okay.
That is what the Zen should tell you. I'm having a huge moral dilemma here with this, and I don't know what to do. with this
You
now.
say that to who?
Zen and all, both. I don't know what to do.
Zen looks at you. She goes, I understand.
I can't. So number one, like I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to go to jail. That's number one. Number two, if we're releasing, the Fox gets released. You guys.
And Zumbar
Like I
knows.
understand that it's kid, but
And Zumbar knows. And there's a good chance that he might tell Kara even before it's all over.
Zumbar knows.
You mean Gavor?
Or Gavor, sorry.
Yeah. Gavor knows.
Gavor.
Zen says, how does Gavor know? In your head, of course.
Maybe I should talk to the boy.
He is having some moral dilemmas ever since Gold Star brought him back.
Timmy?
Yeah. And I was trying to help him with it, but I don't know. Maybe one of you guys would be more successful.
He's just a kid. I don't really
He is
feel that it's right to put our skills
It's
to use with him.
It's just as bad as what they do if we can.
It is.
If we were to do that. The children.
But this is the thing. I think that the reason that he is so starry-eyed is partially because of the constant
You think he's programmed.
brainwashing.
You think he's
Yeah.
programmed. He was affected by the
Oh.
academy.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm the only person that I know that made it through there not brainwashed.
He opens the door to the meeting room. Pindar does, and he walks in. You guys come in behind him.
And I think that Gold Star bringing him back to life kind of solidified everything.
Let me talk to him.
I promised him I wouldn't make him appear weak to you guys, so
Okay. I'll try to talk to him.
thank you.
She walks over to Timmy and takes him off to the couch or the side. She goes, "Can we talk?" And he's like, "Okay." She goes, "I got this problem I need help with." He's like, "Oh, okay." He walks over there with them. Pindar comes in and he looks around the room and kind of turns and looks at you.
Go sit down. You sit down at the table.
Okay, he walks over to the alchemy station and kind of looks around at the alchemy station.
Then go sit down at the table.
Picks up one of the scrolls and he's like, "Sorry, I was just looking around. What is it that you need?" The recipe's odd. Is that your recipe?
Yeah.
You made that here?
Yeah. I'll get up and go look at it. Is it the flying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to create something new. Fly or be invisible.
You made a potion do two things.
Yes.
That's impossible.
No.
Without exploding, that's impossible, as far as I know. If you put this, and he shows you the ingredients, if you push this ingredients with this ingredient, it will explode. I could show you, but
I made a bunch of them. Like we all took them.
She's right. I drank one.
that's odd. You should talk to some other alchemists. Yeah, you should ask him. I'm telling you, I know a little bit about it. Then again, maybe I could be wrong. It was a long time ago when she made those. Anyway,
Maybe it's witchcraft. Wow, Adam.
he nods. I suppose it could be. Interesting. Well done. I guess.
Thank you.
Anyway, what is it that you need, Tom?
I'm not human. I am part Neo. Like the Bard Arabs. And I think that my parents are too. We were both missing. You can't even get in touch with either one of them. I just don't really know what to believe right now.
How can I help you? Well, I do know her. Eris. I could talk to her and see what kind of information she might have. If anyone would know about the Neo, it would be her.
I did talk to her.
Really? And what did she have to say?
They were magic.
Hmm. Interesting. Stop right there. Reva, you have been recalled from the front back to Queensland. Your campaign was 100% successful, 0 troops lost. You annihilated and hammered Rhodes End. The city is completely under the control of Queensland now.
Okay.
Prisoners of war been taken. You know, Remy is being depossessed.
Okay.
You also know that he has some kind of infliction that they're having trouble healing and that they don't know what it's from, but it's in his chest region. He's coughing blood up, having a hard time. You can go and see him if you want to.
Okay.
He's now in a secure location within the Temple of Gold Star,
Right.
being watched. You have access, of course,
Okay. I'm
and
sure
all of
she'll
that.
do that at some point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the city was attacked, so you were recalled back,
Okay.
and you're aware of everything that's been going on.
Okay.
When you make it back to the city, your brother's not there. And
All right.
you try to reach him and you can't reach him, which is odd. And we're going to stop right there for this evening. That's the end of the game tonight. And we will come back next week
Are you serious right now?
and see what happens.
Some bullshit.
What's some bullshit?
Bullshit ass shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I get it. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I did too. And I actually said next week, but I think we're filming tomorrow, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
After that, especially.
Yeah. It's getting rather late, not that it matters, but a little bit on the sleepy side, and I got some other things to do, but thank you guys. Appreciate it. Lots of fun. Had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Guys, like, subscribe, share, punch the ding ding, share, all that shit. We'll see you next week.
There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that have failed. And heroes of the north, just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes.